He's not going to take this well.
Can you blame him? He's your nephew. He's beginning to get the idea that anybody he attaches himself to is going to end up in prison. And he's not the only one who's starting to feel that way, Michael. Will you give us a minute?
1 minute.
Don't you understand? You just put the book in that woman's hand and she's going to lob it at you like a grenade. Justice and punishment are the same thing to her.
I know.
Then will you please tell me what's going through your head?
We've been over this.
I've known you my entire life. You don't have a violent bone in your body. And I know you didn't need the money.
Veronica.
Why won't you let me help you?
You've been good to me. My whole life. You have. But you gotta let me deal with this. Okay?
Who won't take this well? LJ won't. Is LJ Michael's niece? No, LJ is his nephew. What idea is LJ beginning to have? He thinks that anybody he attaches himself to is gonna end up in prison. What is Veronica also beginning to think? Anybody she attaches herself to is gonna end up in prison. What will the judge lob at Michael like a grenade? The book. He puts the book in that woman's hand. She'll lob it at him like a grenade. Who will lob the book at Michael like a grenade? The judge will. Are justice and punishment the same thing to the judge? Yes, they are. What does the judge think is the same thing with punishment? Justice. Does Michael have a violent bone in his body? No, he doesn't. What does Michael not have in his body? He doesn't have a violent bone in his body.
Lack of prior criminal conduct, I am inclined toward probation. However, the fact that you discharged a deadly weapon during the commission of the crime suggests malice to me. For that reason, I find it incumbent that you see the inside of a prison cell, Mr. Schofield. It says here that you've requested to be incarcerated somewhere near your home here in Chicago. I'm willing to honor that. The closest level 1 facility to...
Level 1? That's maximum security, Your Honor.
I would ask counsel to refrain from interrupting me. As I was saying, the closest level 1 facility would be Fox River State Penitentiary. As for the term of your sentence, I'm setting it at 5 years. You'll be eligible for parole in half that time.
Has Michael had prior criminal conduct? No, he hasn't. He's never had a criminal record. Why is the judge inclined toward probation? Given Michael's lack of prior criminal conduct, what is the judge inclined toward? She's inclined toward probation. What does the judge think is malice? The fact Michael discharged a deadly weapon during the commission of the crime. What did Michael do during the commission of the crime? He discharged a deadly weapon. Who thinks this is malicious? The judge does. This fact suggests malice to her. When did Michael discharge a deadly weapon? He did that during the commission of the crime at the bank. Who finds it incumbent that Michael sees the inside of a prison cell? The judge does. Does the judge decide to give Michael probation? No, she doesn't. She finds it incumbent that Michael is imprisoned. What has Michael requested? He's requested to be incarcerated near his home here in Chicago. Who's requested to be incarcerated in Chicago? Michael has. Where has Michael requested to be incarcerated? Somewhere near his home in Chicago. What is the judge willing to do? She's willing to honor Michael's request. Which prison will Michael be imprisoned in? Fox River State Penitentiary. It's the closest Level 1 facility. What is Fox River State Penitentiary like? It's the Level 1 facility with maximum security. Is Fox River a federal prison? No, it isn't. It's a state penitentiary where there is maximum security. What would the judge ask counsel to do? She'd ask counsel to refrain from interrupting her. What would the judge ask counsel to refrain from doing? To refrain from interrupting her. As for the term of Michael's sentence, how many years is the judge setting? She's setting it at 5 years. Who was sentenced to a 5-year prison term for armed robbery? Michael was. What will Michael be eligible for in half that time? He'll be eligible for parole. How long will it take for Michael to be eligible for parole? It'll take about 2.5 years. What is carried out immediately? Michael's sentence is his sentence carried out after a week? No, sentence to be carried out immediately.